Hey guys, Happy New Year's. I hope your New Year's has been as good as mine has been. I think I've had one of the better New Year's that I've ever had. One being such that I got this new haircut from a friend of mine on a whim. So that was fun. But New Year's festivities aside, if one were to begin a yearly commitment, now would be the time to do so. One of my friends, I've told her about on this YouTube channel, my goal is to upload a video a week. And if I don't do so, I'll be punished by having to sing a cover of a song that I don't like. It's actually extremely motivating for me, so that's good. And when I told her this, she was asking me what I want to do this channel. And I said, well, like, originally I thought this channel was going to be a lot of like poetic thoughts, and I thought it was going to be some like artistic ventures of mine, and I still think there's gonna be some poetry, and there's gonna be some like maybe skits or something, or deep thoughts, but really I'm starting to recognize that I'm getting a lot more into music making, writing music and performing music, and she encouraged me to maybe try to take the challenge to make a song a week, and I was like, that sounds very interesting. Having a lot of content has a capacity for people to notice your work more, especially if there's like an expectation of a product every week. I don't know. It's something algorithms really like. If you want to get noticed by the algorithm, have a repeating sort of like gimmick that you're doing. And you know, for a little bit now, my goal hasn't been entirely to get noticed by the algorithm, and I'm not sure if that's entirely my goal, even if as I choose to do that. That's spoiler alert. Even as I choose to go forward with this channel, I just don't think my goal is to get noticed by the algorithm. I think that's a nice thing, that perhaps my work can reach new people, but what I do want to do is just get more comfortable with creating things, and chugging stuff out, and like just having it be done. I don't know. I know I have the capacity to write. And then sometimes I get, hiccuped on like, well, how do I package it? Where does it go? I get really hiccuped on the process of like, where do songs go? And I have a lot of songs in my arsenal that like they've been written, and maybe even like most of the music is done. But I don't know where to put it. I'm just like, I have this, I don't know where it goes. And I think if I were to take this challenge, I think it would give me a place to put it, of like, well, like it doesn't need to be completely furnished, because I think some of the problems I get hiccuped over is like, well, it's not super polished, and like there's a certain quality of like polished song making that, I feel like is a standard, and I don't have the time to get the amount of polish that I would really like. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't try. I think what I want to do is I want to make stuff and then move on to making the next thing. That's kind of always been my sort of attitude towards, poetic writing. It's just like, well, it's done, it's finished, next poem, next feeling, I want to process that. I think having a restraint of, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm focusing on for this year, will probably be very beneficial for me, because I've been having sort of that issue of like, I've got to think of an idea to make for a YouTube video, and then I'm like, I don't know what I want to make, I have to make something. And I know that I can write songs. Like I've gotten to a point now with the experimenting with uploading stuff to the YouTube channel. Like, okay, I can write songs. Maybe they're not like super complex. Like, it's mostly I put complexity into my lyrics, and then I have maybe some spicy chords somewhere, but mostly pretty simple harmony and chords beside it. Like, I know I can do that, right? And I know that is a way that I can take the creative juices that I have and tunnel into a certain way. Because I think there's, you can take many life experiences and then put it into different formats. And that's sometimes well and good, but sticking to one and then really getting to know one, I think, is really important. I feel like I really want to have an intimate relationship with music right now. I just want to get better, like, and I think I have the capacity to get better. I think there's like real motivation for me now that as I'm writing more, to start getting more deeply involved with my understanding of literature, and poetry in order to write like lyrics more cohesively and more seamlessly, like to get it to flow better. And with music, I'm starting to get more interested in the history of music. I already know some music theory, but not just like understanding the way that music theory works, but then how it feels in my hand. Like there's music theory in like your head, and then there's music theory in practice. And I'm getting a lot of satisfaction of understanding how all those all those theoretical concepts will play out in my ear as I'm fiddling with stuff. But also like not just fiddling with stuff for experimental sake, because at the end of the day, if I'm trying to write a song, it should be to maximize an effect of like, okay, this is a, I'm playing with this minor chord because it's really like expressing the feeling of like sadness or something, or I'm really playing with like these sevenths because it's this song has a lot of like motion and movement in it. I think understanding music in that poetic context of like, oh well, I start in this hum bass and then I end in this hum bass to like really bring out the lyrics in this song. That's super exciting for me. And I think I just need to like there is a point where it's like, well, it's quality over quantity, and I'm at a point where it's just no, it's quantity. It's quantity right now. Maybe later I can take more time to like really care about like how things sound, and like give it some space to breathe. But right now where I'm at in my life, I don't really have the time to make a polished product. I'll just like lay it out here. I need to like perform a song, perform it and post it. It does not have to be like any quality of like quote unquote good. It just has to be done. It can be a new song or it can be an old song. And I'm gonna say that I don't have to like perform like everything myself. Like I don't have to strictly have the instruments be me or the vocals even be me. But the song does have to be written by me. That is the challenge, is to write a song and then perform it every week and then post it to the YouTube channel. That does not mean that it's going to be the only version ever. I think eventually I'll probably make a collection for Spotify, maybe? I don't know if I'm gonna like do it in like, this is the month of January, this is the month of February, if I'm gonna just do it all for the whole year. I haven't really looked too far into that. And when I wrap things for Spotify, it might be a little bit more polished if I have some like time to do that. But the songwriting is gonna happen every week. I think the year of our Lord 2025 is a big growth year for me. I just need to be soaking stuff in. I've definitely seen these like trends in my life of like, I'm learning. Oh my goodness, the test is coming, like stuff is happening. And I think right now I'm in a stage in my life where I'm learning and I'm acquiring skills and I'm acquiring knowledge. And then like later it'll probably be very useful that I learned those things. And I think some of the things that I'm expecting to learn, that I've already learned, is that I want to be able to like have confidence in myself that I can just write whatever I want. Like I can just sit down, I can write something, I can perform it, and then be done. Like, so I think there's a little bit of like confidence of like, like sometimes you have imposter syndrome as an artist, but then if you can say, well, like, am I a musician? Well, I did like write a song every week for a year. I can get stuff done. And by the way, this is not going to be like forever. This is just going to be the year of our Lord 2025. I probably won't want to keep on writing a song every week in 2026, but I can't speak for Kat in 2026. I can speak for her in 2025. And I think I can do it. I think I have the capacity to do it more so than I think I do. And sometimes it's just about proving to yourself that you can do it. And even maybe even proving to myself that I can't do it, alone is, a decent thing to learn as well. Learning what my limits are. I think that's valuable information. And I think I want to test the limits and I want to see them expand. I think that's the real thing. I want to see them expand. So, without much further ado, this is me vocally saying it out loud, the challenge, for myself. So there is video documented proof that I have undertaken this challenge. Also, before I forget to mention, there might also be a YouTube channel name change. It's just going to be me going by my last name, which is Johnson, which, I've been thinking about the sort of the longevity of Cats Theater, and there's kind of been a hiccup with the YouTube algorithm, specifically trying to figure out what Cats Theater is, because Cats the Musical is a thing. So maybe to like help alleviate sort of that issue, might start going by Cat Johnson here on YouTube. And without much further ado, here's the song that I wrote for my friends on January 1st, 2025. Okay, let's start from the beginning, y'all. Let's start from the beginning. Okay. Are we ready?
No.
Okay.
I'm ready. It's been recording.